We did.
We don't have theme music.
We did. I can recreate that. That was an easy little beat though.
Do 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 do. I like the theme music.
I did too, man. It was kind of groovy.
I'm tired now. Are you tired?
A little bit.
I guess I've been standing outside.
Well, I had to get out there and warm up, man. I was getting too cold in here.
Were you?
Yeah.
Our AC at our house is old, so it like I said on 75. Like right now, it's probably 78 in the house.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why you want,
Yeah, see,
let's not go outside.
Yeah, upstairs it's really warm. But I mean, I brought it down to 75 or something like that. It stays a little bit cooler down here.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels nice. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to take a nap on your couch. Y'all owe me. Your wife took 1,000 naps on my couch when you come over.
Gotcha.
So anyway, we've already started.
Have we?
Podcast is rolling.
We are rolling.
Yep. Something Shiny Podcast.
Bling bling.
Episode 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
We just did one with your son.
We need to start doing like 5 of these a week.
5 of these a week?
That'd be great.
All right. I'm not working. We really need your support.
Right.
I'm going to be on the streets, help. Oh, man. I really become a slug.
Have you?
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. I just lay. When I get tired of laying on my bed, I go lay on the couch. When I'm tired of laying on the couch, I go lay in my bed.
Just moving around, just migrating.
Migrating
laziness.
Migrate 15 yards from bed to my couch, dude.
Migrate.
I tell you my plan when my mom dies.
What's that?
Knock on wood that she doesn't, not that she dies. So when she dies, I'm going to sell her house because it's going to be left to me. And I'm going to get me an RV. It's the last you'll see of me.
Yeah?
I'm hitting the road.
Not
a big RV, maybe a Class B, which is like a van.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Or Class C, which is more like the trucks.
Oh, yeah, with the... Oh, okay, I got you, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get
like the Eco-Line vans or something like that?
Yeah.
Just something for you can cruise around in. And
dude, I just go.
That'd be
Pick
cool.
up whores.
I wouldn't blame
hookers. And then I can murder them, drop them off somewhere else.
Well...
Shout out, say, I'll edit that out.
All right. No, you won't.
No, I won't. What's up, people? It's Jeffro, and I'm here with the man, Padu.
Let's get in it.
That's right. And today, as promised, I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been.
Yeah, we've been busy.
I think we got 10 viewers, so we love you, 10 viewers.
Thanks, guys.
5 of them are me clicking on it again. But, it's not like we got 1,000 yet. People are going to start to love Something Shiny Podcast.
Yeah, we'll hit a topic or something, or we'll have a guest on that they really...
That's
it's
right.
like, hey, I want to listen to that.
That's right.
Which we do have guests coming.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was going to be here, but I canceled him.
Oh, yeah, screw him, dude.
Yeah, well, scheduling conflict.
Oh, never mind.
He said, please, like, can I? I said, no. I said, if you can't come on today, we're not going to have you.
Yeah, I mean, we gave him a half an hour notice. He should have been here.
Yeah, Same thing with Brad Pitt, Clooney.
Yeah, some of the selfishness of some of these guys, man.
It's
like, look, we opened up a spot for you, and you're...
I reached out to Robert Downey Jr. He says maybe. I said, well, if it's maybe, don't come at all.
No, I wouldn't have time for maybes.
No, I'm not going to be dedicated to the Something Shiny Podcast.
I've been dedicated to watching y'all's movies. So
yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Been watching that crap.
Respect goes both ways.
That's right. You're damn right. I'm going to start hacking their films.
Bingo.
Bunch of leftist liberals.
That's what we're going to do. We're start auditioning as extras and going in there and ruining the scenes.
We need to film that. Like someone runs in. Thanos snaps his fingers. Black Panther's about to disappear.
Don't let him get that stone.
Yeah.
Better not let him get that stone.
Should have hit him in the head, Thor, with that axe. That would be great.
Thor, I know you're coming in around a little bit to the right, buddy.
Right. That's Luke's father.
That'd be sweet. Just an extra off in the background.
Right? Just a dude in the back of the theater.
Palpatine's bad.
Yeah. That's the Emperor. Don't let him fool you. That would be great.
Bruce Willis is dead.
Yeah, I know. Bruce Willis is a ghost.
That'd be great.
Oh, man. That'd be our what they call a stunt boy.
Yeah.
Then we just film him getting beat up or stuff thrown on him. Good job, stunt boy. Okay.
Turn into a jackass pretty quick.
We need to get it like maybe he's a little, on the spectrum.
Got you.
Know what I'm saying?
I think so.
A little retardo.
No, I do.
Not much, but
No, not yet.
not a whole lot retardo.
Oh, okay.
Just enough to where it's funny that
Not
he's doing, because we get laughter at him being half retarded.
Not full retard.
No, you never go full retard.
Never.
Or, whatever. But then people won't beat him up because they're like, oh, he's just special.
Got you.
And, and we just go, sorry. We're sorry.
It's my little brother.
I'm sorry that Oakrey did that.
Oakrey. Good old Oakrey.
The Oakrey, yeah. I'm sorry, it's my little brother. That'd be great.
Just let him have his moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's already seen. I don't know why I need it.
And
Mom said to take him.
We need someone with a real high IQ
Yeah,
to do that. That'd be great.
yeah. By deducting everything, I believe Black Panther will become dust along with Groot. Pretty obvious,
Come on, keep up.
right? Thor should have hit him in his head. What is that?
It was a fly.
A
Flies
lot
are bad.
of fly. Yeah, dude.
Hey, dude, I
Where
put
they
out
come from?
a little home tip for our
Oh.
people at home. I put out a bowl of honey.
Yeah,
I'll show it to you here in a little bit.
I believe you.
I must have caught 15 flies.
Here's what else you do. This
Yeah.
is what I do. These
Yeah.
are for gnats. Do you have gnats?
Not as much.
Okay, we had a bad time with gnats. What you do is you get like you got jelly, like a jelly.
Like a bowl full of jelly.
Well, like the glass container it comes in,
yeah.
or you can get any glass container as long as you still have the top.
Mm-hmm.
You pour apple cider vinegar in it,
Okay.
and then you take like Palmolive, or Palmolive's a sponsor, so we'll say Palmolive.
Yeah.
But you take that and you kind of rub the Palmolive on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't do that, but other people do.
Yeah.
And you poke holes in the top.
Got you.
The gnats go in, and they get caught in the soap and the thing. Dude, I had like 20 gnats in there.
Did you really?
Dude, yeah.
It's impressive, sir.
I love life hacks.
Yeah.
I know you do too.
I do too, man.
It is impressive.
The honey thing was so simple. Like we were gonna go to one of the hardware stores and look for something. I was like, I'm just gonna. I was making a peanut butter and honey sandwich, which
love
was
those.
delicious. But have you whipped honey?
I've never whipped honey, but I've had peanut butter and honey. It's very good.
Dude, I've got whipped honey in there, dude.
Oh, wow.
It is amazing. It changed my life. But
wow.
yeah, it did. I've been pouring this like a sucker. But but yeah, I mean, so I put out a bowl of just normal honey. And dude, I must have. It took time though. It wasn't immediate. If it's taken a couple days.
Oh, yeah.
But you dump it out, put a little bit more. But I think right in there, I put out a new bowl yesterday. I think I've got like 15 flies in there.
Wow.
It's impressive, man.
That is impressive.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, if you have ants, another sponsor of ours is Taro.
Okay.
Tero. And that.
No, we're not.
What? Oh. But that works.
Yeah.
And everyone who's used it before I used it said, you're just going to see ants for like 4 days. You'll be like, this stuff's not working. 4 or 5 days. And then you'll just never see ants again.
Seriously.
Dude, I bought the little Taro traps, which I'm like, why? And I just poked a hole in them and I just kind of sprayed, I put them on some type of, cardboard. Like the other Taro you buy and they say just rip the cardboard, package and put a little drop of that on the thing and put it in like your kitchen, your wherever you're having ant problems, your bathroom, whatever.
Right.
Dude, I was like, man, it's been 3 days. There's still like a line of ants. This is when I had my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, there's like a line of ants. Dude, then like the rest of my life living at my house, I never saw an ant again.
Oh, wow.
That's
that's pretty
works.
cool, yeah.
It scared me because that's when I got my baby girl, my Kato, my dog.
Yeah.
And she I put one outside, like directly on an ant bed. I just put the whole pack.
You just went for it, huh?
And she went and grabbed it and chewed on it. I called my sister. I was crying because, this is my daughter, basically. I was like, oh, she ate poison. And, I was so afraid. But then, I went to Taro's website, and they said it's not harmful to dogs.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I read somewhere else, give your dog milk because that will coat the stomach. I didn't have milk, so I walked down to your sister's house.
Yeah.
They gave me milk, and so I brought it back and gave it to Kato. But, yeah, I mean, that's another thing. It's not harmful to pets. So
Nice.
So, Taro, you owe us $50 for that plug.
Bingo.
That's right. But anyway, today we are going to do comedy, our top 5 comedies. I have mine in order. Pat, you really don't.
I can maybe wiggle it a little bit in there, but
Okay, and these are comedies based on us. Some of them,
Everything is subjective.
everything's subjective. Like some of mine are based off of how I felt at the time. Some of mine are based off how I feel now, looking back. You know, it just there are some that I just like. I remember that was funny, or I remember it because I enjoyed it so much with my friends.
I got you.
You know, so
See, mine was more, and I tried to base mine a little bit more off of. It's similar, but also the fact that I tried not to think about a movie that had a really, really, really funny moment, and that was it. I tried to think in mine when I was making my list. I had to break it down and kind of see overall which movie did I laugh the most in, and what to me was just a really, really funny concept overall.
Right.
To where it kind of, when I look back at it now, I still giggle a little bit.
oh, I know, and dude, again when we did our action scenes,
Yeah,
dude, it was so hard to do this comedy thing because there are so many funny
dude, there's
movies.
hundreds, man.
I guarantee you, there's two on my list that people are gonna be pissed about.
Oh, absolutely. You go.
No, like they'll be pissed. Those like my number 3 or my number 5, they'll go, yeah, that deserves it. But two of them on this list, people are gonna be like, oh, that was very stupid. I'm like, well, yeah, that's why I laughed.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, and that's like I said, it's, like we've talked about, subjective, and that's where having a third or fourth person here would be good too, because it would expand even further. Because you're a little bit older than me, and
Right.
I like you said, I have ties to movies that weren't necessarily funny to anyone else, but I thought they were absolutely
Right.
hilarious.
Well, maybe if Steve or Casey would show up.
Yep.
Jerks.
Yep.
Steve, why don't you go back to New York? Why don't you go back to Yonkers, Steve-O?
Get them.
Yeah. I don't know where Casey's from. Did you go jump in a lake, Casey?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I wish your mom was Casey Anthony.
Oh Jesus.
What?
You know what?
Oh, I know. You know me.
Well, I like Casey. He wouldn't be here.
Not if his mom was
Yeah,
Casey
if his mom was
Anthony.
Casey Anthony.
Well, I know that, but all right, I'll start. Well, actually, before I start with my number 5, we got to tip our hat to. I want to name 2 specific movies that aren't on the list, but they could be these can be number 1. I'm talking the original Pink Panther movies with Peter Sellers. Hilarious, freaking hilarious. Peter Sellers. And it was when there wasn't cussing, and I'm not saying cussing isn't funny. You can use language and salty language and kind of sexual innuendo and be funny, but Peter Sellers in the Pink Panther, he did it like facial expressions, the way he talked. He was at this bar and he's walking towards this girl trying to be all sexy, and he thinks he's in disguise. He's got this Fu Manchu mustache. And this girl's dancing and she's like throwing a fist out. You know what's coming.
Yep.
You know he's going to get hit in the face. And you're like, oh, he's going to get hit in the face. He gets hit in the face and you laugh. It's not like I knew that was going to. You laugh.
Right.
And then he like suave sits down next to the chick, he's trying to spy on or investigate. And like now, because he got punched, like literally half his mustache is gone. He's like, hello. He's just like, oh my God. He doesn't know. He's just great. He was just amazing. So I got to say the Pink Panther gets my honorable mention.
All right. I've got a couple of honorable mentions.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I got one more.
there's one that actually, it's kind of a sleeper out there.
Okay.
It actually made the list, and then I started redoing my list, and I was like, all right, yeah, I got to bump it. Actually, Death to Smoochie
Yes.
was a super dark comedy.
Super dark, but just funny.
Yeah, for you guys that haven't seen it, I'd recommend it. It's not kid-friendly, even though it's based around kiddie show host.
Right.
Definitely. I mean, to me, that was one of the ones that the concept of the movie and the under the table dealings that take place,
Right.
and all that. It was really, really funny, and it really brought out, I think, a great side of Edward Norton and all that, and his character and all that.
His face when he's doing his ice capades
Yeah.
and they show his I don't remember, but he's like laying there dead and he just freezes.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious.
And see, to me, that movie had a lot of the concept is really funny, but the only reason it didn't make my list is because it wasn't one of those ones that had really funny moments throughout. It had some aha moments, and it kind of broke it up a little bit, but still to me, it's kind of a sleeper because there's quite a few folks that probably still hadn't seen it. It is a little bit older, but it's still it's a funny movie.
It's kind of you don't know my list, I don't know yours.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this, adding to Death to Smoochie. There's a lot of action films like Deadpool, like the Mummy with Brandon Fraser.
Yeah.
Like they're action movies, but they were hilarious. Thor Ragnarok is hilarious. They didn't make my list because, again, like we just said about Death Week, there's some points where it's not
Yeah.
a comedy. Now, Deadpool could have made the list. I didn't put it on there because I consider it more action. The Mummy as well. So yeah, you're right. Death to Smoochie's a sleeper. That's a good call. My other sleeper, and here's another old one that, my God, if they made this movie today, there would be all those snowflake whiny babies.
I believe I know which direction you're going.
Yes, they would be so upset, and I'm talking Blazing Saddles.
Great.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. When that old lady, drops the N-bomb on him, he's like, "Good morning, ma'am." And then a beautiful voice, like, "Up here, nigger." And it's just like, oh my God, it made you laugh.
Right.
It's that shock comedy. Like, people laugh at The Family Guy because it can be some shock comedy, And, Blazing Saddles done in the 70s. Obviously, you can get away with that because, one, people weren't insensitive pansies, and they knew it was coming from a place of comedy, not a place of hate or racism.
Right. It was just a joke. It was that's
Right.
all it was a joke.
Oh my God, that movie was so funny. Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks was the Indian chief, and they, and then he's telling the story about, sheriff's telling the story to Gene Wilder about how they were part of a wagon train.
Yeah.
And they go, well, let's just say we bring up the rear, and it was like the white wagon train. Then like 200 yards back was just them, the blacks, because it's really making fun of white people too.
Yeah.
And then like the Indians come and they go, when the white folks did their circle, because they used to form a circle, we form our own. It just shows them going around in a circle. But like Mel Brooks rides up, goes, hot dog cake, go on. Afida Zane, get out. And he's like, they darker than us, than Indians. It's just like, it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, it's completely, I like you said, it's just funny humor. It was a different time for humor.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of it was truly no holds bars. There are a lot of comedians that truly are restricted now. As much as they want to,
right.
play, it's really hard.
Well, if you want to make the millions of dollars, you can't do. Like Jim Norton admits, look, my stand-up's raunchy. He probably do one racial joke. And, he's like, it's easy to attack Donald Trump. It's easy to attack Republicans. I attack Hillary. He goes, I know I should clean up my act if I wanted to make the mainstream, but this is who I am.
Yeah.
But you're right. It was a totally different time.
It was. There was a lot more, believe it or not, even more acceptance then of that humor. And that's what it was. It was just acceptance of humor. Because laughter, I think, it crosses a lot of barriers.
Yeah. It's good when you get with people, and I'll just say of different color, and they're making jokes, and they accept you to make, and they know that's why I'm like, I'm okay with any joke. I don't care what it is, as long as it comes from a place of comedy, a place of sense of humor. I'm okay. Obviously, if they're saying it and it's kind of passive aggressive racism or hatred, it's like, get the F out of here, dude.
Yeah.
We don't want you. I've met people from all walks of life, and they've all been great to me.
Right.
So, I don't want that crap around me. But if it's funny, like I had, like when I worked at Dakin, they were all black except for one Hispanic lady.
Yeah.
They say some funny stuff,
They
Be like,
do.
you white motherfucker.
Yeah. And see, I don't get, and that's the part that I never, I guess to me, because I'm so blind to it, or oblivious. I'm sure there is something out there, but man, I laugh at some of the stand-up comedians that, black, white, doesn't matter. If it's a black comedian making a white joke, some of them are just outright funny, man.
It's funny.
It's like, oh my God, he nailed that stereotype.
Yeah.
Some of them was like, dude, you're way off base.
Yeah,
that's,
some of them.
and I, that's the same deal. Stereotypes, I don't care what race
some
it is.
black-
They're funny, dude.
Yeah.
Because they're there for a reason, that it's, and they're easy pickings though,
Sorry.
but no, you're fine.
Yeah. Some black comedians, like there was a time where black comedians, all they had were, hey, a white guy talks like this. And it's like, But even Chris Rock, like Nick DiPaolo, who's a comedian, very conservative too, he writes for Chris Rock. So it's like, they're even get it. Like the Dave Chappelle show, the writers were white.
Right.
So it's but anyway, we're getting off on
Yeah.
racial issues. Let's start our list, and I'm going to go with my number 5 first, Pat.
All right.
I am going to. This was hard. This was how I'm trying to say. It was hard to put number 5. It was really hanging there on the balance.
Hard to put a pen to paper.
Yeah, but I did put it as number 5 because I did laugh my butt off to it. This is the movie. This is the type of movie I said where it's that type of movie you remember laughing with your friends. And when I saw this movie in the theaters with Ben, and Warren comes out, like, have you seen my baseball?
Yeah.
Ben giggled for 40 minutes. I'm not kidding. That was Ben's sound. He was giggling. And everyone's looking at Ben, and I know I'm cracking it because Ben can't stop giggling. He's got a case of the giggles. But it's something about Mary.
Yeah.
Laughed my butt off. The movie's funny, but again, that's a movie I remember seeing with friends. And it just, like I said, I laughed for 30 minutes laughing at Ben because he couldn't. I mean, he was looking at me like, I can't stop giggling.
Right.
It's like, dude, we're past that scene. That scene was 30 minutes. People, So, something about Mary is my number 5.
Hands down, Ben Stiller's funniest movie. I would venture to say his best movie. Some people real high on Zoolander and all that, and that's fine.
Nah.
It's fine. I see the humor in it. It's subjective, but to me, that was Ben Stiller's best movie. I mean, it is absolutely hilarious. I can't argue with that, and I don't have a problem with that making your list. I mean, it's one of those
Good.
ones. It was one of the ones I was arguing with myself.
Can I tell you what the one it was battling with?
What's that?
Another Ben Stiller movie, Dodgeball.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Dodgeball was funny.
Yeah, I see the humor in Dodgeball.
But something about Mary, I agree with you, was a little bit funnier. And, I mean, dude, what's his name? Matt Dillon's like taunting these
Matt,
special ed kids.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, playing football. It's like, stop.
And when he turns around and when they finally figure him out that he's a con artist and he yells that, fuck! Oh, dude, I was dying, dude. His face nailed it. I was like, oh my God,
And
dude.
he shows up with those giant teeth.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe, dude. It was so funny. And all these guys just putting themselves through torture to be with Mary. It's like,
Yeah,
good,
right?
man, it's great.
Yeah, Brett Favre shows up.
Barbara.
Yeah. So what's your one on your list?
Number 5 for me was Forgetting Sarah Marshall. It's that one's a little bit different because that one's a little bit based around me and my wife we love it. It's
funny.
First of all, the setting of it and just the whole concept of the fact that he's trying to get away from this woman and he bumps into her and
with her new man.
Yeah, the first time he sees her, Peter, what are you doing here? I'm here to murder you. It's like from that moment on. I mean, even the opening scene where he's breaking up with her while he's naked and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a great movie. That's one of the ones that actually almost made it higher on my list, but I started going through the list. I was like, oh man, unfortunately I gotta bump it down a little bit just because there's other ones that I have a little bit more tied into emotionally, I would say. But yeah, that one was a great concept and I loved it, man. And to me, it's just absolutely downright funny.
That movie is funny. I hadn't seen it in a while, but that did make it was in my thing. It didn't.
It makes the full cut, but it was part of it.
But I mean, it's one I tip my hat to. I mean,
it was part of your practice squad.
Because Russell Brand's like so nice, and he wants to hate him, and
Right, that's it. Hey, what's the?
Yeah, and then like when they're out there on the surfboard, he goes, "Get away!" Where's he going? It's like
POP.
Yeah, so
I can quote that movie quite a bit. But it's good stuff.
Yeah, that was good. But all right,
what do you got on your number 4?
My number 4 is a movie where people are going to be mad. Or they're going to agree. This is that movie I was telling you about. People are going to be pissed.
Let's do it.
Matt Gruber. Dude, let me put it this way. I put it number 4, but it could easily be number 1.
Really?
Dude, that movie is so funny. When he dresses her up as Hutch, do you know what I'm talking about? The guy, she goes, I just don't. He goes, no, they're not going to know who you are. As soon as she opens the door, somebody goes, that's not Hutch! And it's just like literally shows the door, they immediately know it's on her and start opening up.
I mean, there's all the little things. I mean, especially with he's got all the badasses and all that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and then of course the toner scene. You know.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, he blows up his own guys. He goes, oh, that van's full with 100 years combat experience. Biggest badasses around. You know what else is in that van? 50 pounds of C4 that I... Then he blows like, guys, are you okay? Come everyone! He's just yelling.
That's actually funny. Dude, that one slipped through.
Did it?
It slipped through. I actually... That's the only problem with doing comedies, man, is that one's, one I didn't really even think much about.
Right? I mean, and then when he like showed, like, Val Kilmer is playing like that senator in a high stakes poker game.
Yeah.
And it's just like the typical secret agent sitting, like, Val Kilmer goes, I'm all in. And then MacGruber shows up, and that senator's like, he goes, do it. And he just got this face like, confident, like, and then he does it. Like, Val Kilmer wins. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, I didn't know.
Great.
I mean, like I say, dude, that whole movie, just when he finally starts using guns at the end, it's like, holy shit!
Yeah,
I should have been using these the whole time. It's like, these are great. That was awesome. But what do you got for Pat?
Number 4 for me, it ended up being Old School. To me, you have a great cast in it. You got Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, and Luke Wilson, but they kind of get you from when he's on the plane, and it's another one of those from start to finish that when he's going up the escalator and he sees the dad hitting his kid in the head and he just gives him a look, I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot, and then you got Snoop Dogg that comes in and plays the role, and of course that's where Frank the Tank developed. I mean, to me it was just, and of course it was a time period where we watched that movie. It was during the summer,
right?
And we must have watched that movie 20 times, 30 times,
Wow.
a couple times a day. I mean, it was just that funny, and it never got old. But it was, to me, that's where number 4 ended up being for me, is Old School.
Yeah. Now there's a guy in Old School, Blue. That's in my number 3.
Yeah, his last name's Pulaski, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow! I know someone close to that. Well, the guy who played Blue
You're my boy, Blue.
is in my number 3.
All right.
Wait, I believe so.
All right.
All right.
Well, possibly in your number.
Possibly.
All right, we'll go with it.
My number 3 is a movie I think everyone, no one's going to argue with me about this movie.
I got to look it up.
This is a movie that's funny and I enjoyed. It's the same thing what you just said, the summer movie. I was watching it. We watched it over again, Mike, Brett, Ben, me, but you want me to say it or are you trying to figure it out?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
I was going to look it up.
And you're going to agree with me.
See if he's in it.
Everyone's going to agree with me, but it's Happy Gilmore.
I cannot argue. What number is that?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Oh, is it yours?
Yeah,
too?
that's it. That's my number 3.
All right, no, I changed my mind. Blue is in The Wedding Singer.
Yes, he was in the...
Because he's like in his band, like he's in his group, like they're going to go gang fight. It's like, look at you guys.
I'm so sad Wedding Singer didn't make mine. But
I wanted to put it
I did
there,
too, man,
It was funny. Steve Buscemi killed... You just watch the beginning with Steve Buscemi,
Yeah.
and you can cut it off.
Yeah, that's...
Not saying it's not a great movie.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But, I mean, especially the kickback. But Happy Gilmore was one of those ones, Jeff, I can't argue one bit, dude. It just... That's the type of movie that it hits you in the mouth with comedy and you laugh through the entire thing. Because there's so many little things that make you laugh throughout.
Yeah, like when he goes like, I'll be the big Bond villain. I'll be seeing you. I was like, holy cow.
Right.
I forgot that guy's name as a Bond villain, but he passed away. But Godspeed. Yeah. I'm not surprised it did. People are giant like that. They generally last, but,
that was Jaws.
Oh, yeah, Jaws. Yeah, that was it. But, I mean, it's just...
obviously, the batting cage scene,
ooh, that one hurt, but I'm still okay.
The TV going on in the background, it's bleeping him out.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's guy's name is Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, and he's like, Shooter! Yeah. Bob Barker beats him up. You didn't see that go. That's a brilliant fight.
Oh, great.
Barker,
yeah.
Bitch. Price is wrong, bitch. He goes, bitch. And then when what's his name? Carl Weathers' character. What was his name?
Oh, yeah. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, but like he loses his wood hand, and this is when he first meets Happy Gilmore. Chubbs. Yeah, and he goes to shake his hand, but his hand's not there, so he goes. Happy Gilmore goes, like where his hand would be, and that's like he's shaking it.
Yeah.
It's a little no nonsense scene, but it made me laugh.
And it's like the little things, man. It's just his little faces and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
even when he runs down the alligator, he gets his ball. He's like, "Cough it up, you dirty bastard!" You know.
You took Chubbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always looking to fight, and he's just an awful hockey player. You know?
Right? Yeah. What was that other scene that's fun?
Or of course, the "I wanna kiss you all over."
Right? So that was my number 3, and apparently that was your number 3.
Well, that's all right. I can sneak in another one. I think I'm actually gonna. Our number 3 is tied, but I'm gonna sneak in Christmas Vacation as my number 3. To me, unfortunately it's a holiday based, but man, it transcends it. I could watch that every day of the year. It's I'll replace my Happy Gilmore because that was one I was on kind of the fence and they kind of tied.
You and your family love that movie, and I just don't laugh at it.
No, and
much.
that's okay. I mean, to me, Chevy Chase is really hit or miss. I mean, because
Yes.
the first Vacation was really funny. It was going to be one of my honorable mentions because it was really Chevy Chase is kind of breaking onto the scene. But
Yeah.
I felt like that's one of the only sequels that ever took it to the next level as far as a comedy. Christmas Vacation did it for me. I mean, it was just the pandemonium that comes with Christmas and all the little stuff and all that. To me, there's 2 movies obviously that make the holidays for me, and that's Christmas Vacation and of course
Yeah.
Shoot Your Eye Out Kid. And
Exactly.
so it's
Christmas Story.
yeah. Well, that's Shoot Your Eye Out Kid. That's the name of the movie. They redid it.
Oh, okay.
But it's I thought I'm gonna replace it because like I said, that was something I was kind of on the fence with. And so I'll put it in there, and that's okay, man.
I admit I'm on the wrong side of the fence with that movie.
And that's okay.
People, I said I really don't like it. That's not to say it's not funny, because I know there are a lot of people that love that movie. They love it as much as the first one.
Yeah.
So I know I'm the one missing out on that one. So,
Right.
but is that the one where Quaid is like, "Can I get some damn bait?" Or was that like a different one when they were at the Hoover Dam? That's a different
That
one.
was Vacation.
Number 1 or 2?
I think it was the first one. They went to the Grand Canyon. Or they went to the dam or something like that.
The
Take
Hoover
all the
Dam.
damn pictures you want.
Yeah, we're gonna get some damn bait.
Yeah, the Quaid was this one is when he's out there unloading his waste tank. Shitter's full. He's out there in the street doing it. Of course, Cousin Eddie pretty much made that movie, or it helped. Again, it's supporting cast, and that's what to me, like we go back to There's Something About Mary. Ben Stiller, I think that was his best movie because he has such a good supporting cast.
Dylan, like you said,
Yeah.
Dylan was amazing.
Yeah. All the other, obviously, bring some beans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when they showed that was shock value. It was like But all right, I'm gonna go to my number 2.
Bring it.
This could easily have been number 1 for me.
Okay.
This is another one where people are gonna get pissed.
Mm-hmm.
They're especially gonna get pissed. It's my number 2.
Gotcha.
Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo, the first one.
That's
Freaking funny.
That's pretty high for Deuce Bigelow.
I love that, man. I saw it with Robert and Stacy, and we were laughing about it. That's a huge bitch. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like, holy cow, dude. It's just, dude, that movie's so funny, and Eddie Griffin's like, God damn it, white boy. It's just.
Always eating in the hot tub.
Yeah, it's always free floating in it.
The
tomato lands on his chest. He just takes it off and eats it. But it's the movie just cracked me up on and it was to me it was also a good movie because it was kind of cool the way he took their disabilities, for lack of a better term, and he took what's her name from Parks and Rec. She's in it.
Not Amy.
Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler. Okay.
She's got Tourette's, and she's like, asshole. He's like, yeah, this picture is an asshole, and everyone, everyone's cheering. So
of course, the bowling and the
oh yeah,
narcolepsy.
And then like he ties her hair to that thing so when she falls asleep it doesn't fall into the soup, and somebody walks by, he's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah. To me, obviously, and we're not here to analyze each other. That's Rob Schneider's best movie. I couldn't think of another one that he was in other than his little small roles that he had done.
You could do it, yeah, just those parts,
But yeah, I can't. Hey man, to each his own. It was funny. I'm not gonna take it.
It
was definitely funny.
I know people are not gonna like it being.
Hey, that's
all
right though, man. That's our list.
I just remember. I remember watching it with my friends, which is one of the critique. One of the not critique, but one of the things I was adding in. And I just remember all three of us laughing our butts off, and I found the movie funny. So yeah,
That's great. I mean, it also helps the first time you see it, that environment, and you kind of have an attachment to it.
Right. So I'm going back to when I saw it, not now.
Right.
I mean, screw you, I'd still laugh at it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? What do you got?
Well, see, on that note, and this is maybe one of the ones that are, it's just either they're going to say, no, that movie was way too stupid, or it's like, you know what, I haven't seen it, or, oh my God, I forgot how funny that was. And that was Clifford with Martin Short when he plays when he plays a 10-year-old kid. To me, just the concept of him being a 10-year-old boy when he was probably in his 30s or 40s, just I couldn't stop it. It was just so funny to me, and just his little mannerisms he had. He always had his feet kicking off, like the chair and all that. Dude, the premise of it is just he was doing everything he can to get to Dinosaur World. And he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit who he has to manipulate. His parents, his uncle, whatever. And then it's just great. To me, it's another one of those that could have been number one, but epic to me. I mean,
his face. I mean, he's like, hey, just smiling. His legs are kicking.
Yep.
They did that on Saturday Night Live with Mike Myers too, and it was pretty funny because he was tied to like a jungle gym, and he kept trying to run and kept bouncing back. And that's where. That reminded me of Martin Short. I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember Martin Short doing something like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he played 10 years old in his 30s. It was
right.
To me, from that moment on, they had me laughing my ass off. I couldn't help it.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, Jeff, I got to know, man, what is your number one?
My number one comedy movie of all time, I don't know why I keep looking. I have it on my phone, but I know it. I don't know why I keep looking.
Yeah.
Is an iconic comedy that this movie was in the early 80s, and people to this day still do lines from it. The most famous line from it is, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. The original Airplane, hilarious. I remember watching that movie 8 times with your brother. I remember watching it at my house. I remember watching it at your parents' house. I love that. And today, I saw it on the other day. I'm watching June Cleaver from the Beavers trying to talk jive to his black guys. And it's just like, that's June. Yeah. From Leave It to Beaver, the mother. And she's just like, she walks off, some ass shit, ain't got no soul anyway. It's like,
damn.
I don't remember the line, but I mean, it's just, it's like, Nachos Belgrande, the bridges of Nachos Belgrande. And I was like, and I didn't get a ton. And then one day I'm at Taco Bell. It's like 15 years from that movie. I'm like, I like some Nachos Belgrande. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can't.
That's it.
You can't think of Nachos Belgrande without thinking of
that. Yeah, it's like, it took me 15 years. I'm like, holy shit, that's where it came from. It's like 15 years later, I caught up with it. And that just made me laugh again. But Airplane was so iconic, and Leslie Nielsen, the Naked Gun movies.
Oh my God, dude!
Special tip my hat, big time to the Naked Gun movies with Leslie Nielsen, which came from the show Police Squad, which was hilarious because they'd be like, found the ransom note on this window. We sent it to the lab. They're demanding $1 million, and he looks up all pissed. Why is the lab demanding $1 million? He's like, no, Frank. The kidnapper's like, oh. It's just stupid. And then, on the Police Squad, the TV show, they'd walk to the lab.
Yeah.
And, people would open the door and he'd just walk around the set. I mean, just stuff like that. So tip my hat to Naked Gun and Police Squad. But yeah, Leslie Nielsen keeps opening the door. We just want to y'all, good luck.
We're all counting on
it. Like it just keeps happening. It's like they've already landed. He's like, just want to let you know, good luck. We're all okay. It's like when they've landed.
Right.
It's just hilarious, man.
I can't knock you for it at all because it is an iconic movie. It set the stage for a lot of other movies as well.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Pink Panther set a lot of the stage for a lot of crime things. Like I want to put Who's Harry Crumb on this because I love John Candy.
Oh God,
God rest your soul.
Uncle
you
G.
were funny.
He looked just like my Uncle Gerald.
He did. Uncle Who's
Buck.
Harry Crumb is funnier than Uncle Buck, and I love Uncle Buck.
What about Great Outdoors?
My mom loves the Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
When those bears climb on their car and he drives off with the bears on his car, it's like, wait, get off. My mom, if my mom listens to this, she's gonna say, yeah, it's great. She records it, watches it, and then it comes on TV again like a month later. She records it, watch it. I'm like, just leave it on.
Right.
But I mean, whatever, it's not a big deal.
But
I mean, without the Pink Panther, you wouldn't have these like Who's Harry Crumb, and there's probably a couple more,
Oh yeah.
sleuth investigation comedies.
Oh yeah.
but,
They've jumped into.
but Airplane, I mean, it was just, it's the wrong route for me to stop sniffing glue. And he's like floating, I mean, he's always the wrong route for me to stop sniffing cocaine. He started off, it's the wrong route for me to stop,
Right.
the funniest part, and nobody, when they're driving, I forgot the guy's name, but they're driving him to the airport. I think it's Robert Stack as the actor.
Yeah.
But he's driving there, and the little nerdy guy who had to come get him is like starts like they're gonna hit something, and you just see this guy go flipping over the car on his bike. He just hit the guy, but he's just got a face like no big deal. And the guy on the bike stands up in the rear. He's like, asshole. Robert Stack didn't care. Like, he didn't even act like he saw him. And if you just watch that part, I'm dying now, man. But I mean, it's just asshole. Robert Stack never changed face. The guy doesn't change his face. Asshole doesn't do anything. Just keeps driving. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll give you a
Oh my god, dude, that part cracks me up. That's why it's my number one. All right, enough of that. Let's go to your number one.
My number one is another iconic movie, and I do have another honorable mention after this.
All right.
But and actually, I should have replaced it with Christmas Vacation. But I know we'll come back to that. Another iconic movie. It's an old school, not really old school, but it's an old school time period where actors could sing, dance, and they were funny. But I got to go with Three Amigos, man. I got to go with Three Amigos. I mean, Martin Short, Chevy Chase, and
Steve Martin.
Man, everybody gets hung up on the My Little Buttercup part, which is great. I mean, the timing on that is perfect. But I mean, just the whole concept of the movie with El Wap. Could it be El Wapo? Yeah. I mean, Hiffy. To me, there's so much in there that's funny that I couldn't. I watched it just a couple days ago, and that's probably helps that it was fresh in my mind. But I still cannot watch that movie without laughing my ass off.
Oh, that maybe when the horse is chiming, dom, 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 dom.
Yeah.
Just laughing my butt off.
And it's funny because anytime you hear we'll take Adam Sandler or any of these singing comedians, Rodney Carrington, there's probably there's hundreds out there. But anytime a comedian is able to sing as well, when they sing around the blue.
Yeah,
shadow, on the trail. Yeah. I mean, and then when they do the Buttercup song, I mean, when these guys are doing this, I mean, obviously it's talent, but it makes it that much better, But it's also the scene around the Buttercup. Of course, the Buttercup is the iconic scene, but the fact that they were misrepresented.
Yeah, they thought they were badasses.
Yeah, they were supposed to be badasses that were Z German. Right. I mean, it's great. And then everything leading up to me, it's still hands down one of the funniest.
And the bartender hits his part perfect because he goes, my little buttercup, my sweet little. Then he points at him and goes, my little buttercup. Yeah. And his head kind of turns and looks like.
And you have one of the other Mexicans at the smile.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's just so great. I mean, like I said, it was. And when they walk into the bar, man, we're not Mexicans. We're from out of town. Like, could you be any whiter?
Yeah, I know, with the little suit and everything.
But and what a lot of people don't realize in that movie, and it'll make you laugh. If you haven't seen it in years, go back and watch it. But you got to watch Chevy Chase's faces. Okay. There's little things that he does in that movie when the airplane flies over in his face when he acts like he gets it. He's like, I know you can't see my face on the the podcast, right. But I mean his faces just were great, and that's something that. He flowed under the radar with that kind of stuff and how stupid he was. But
I like the little desert lizard. Good night, Ned.
Good night, Ned.
Yeah. It's like, where did that come from?
Oh man, but yeah, it's
that's a great.
It is.
That's a number one.
And like I said, it's an old school. Old. I say old school. It's older, obviously, and my kids aren't gonna know. Well, my kids will know about Three Amigos, but I know you brought up my brother with Airplane. Obviously, the My Little Buttercup. He sang that I don't know how many times.
Oh yeah, your brother liked that movie for sure.
But I wanted to hit my honorable mention real quick. It's kind of one that, unless you've really heard of it or someone's introduced you to you directly, it's a movie called Totally Awesome. A lot of people haven't
Oh,
seen. Yeah, dude. To this day,
my God, that's funny.
it could be, honestly, it could be in my top 3. And that's where I would like to replace it and maybe bump a couple. But it's got Chris Kattan. I think that's really only the named actor, but.
Well, the old Asian guy's been in a lot
Oh,
of things.
yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I don't know. Hey, but he said my Oriental, Oriental, friend or Asian stupid.
Yeah.
And then Kip, his faces. But yeah, that's a great one too. I'm sorry, that was my last honorable mention. But
Oh, but that's a great honorable mention.
yeah,
'cause,
it should have been in my top 5. though.
His wise Asian master has like this grand plan, then it doesn't work. Then comes up with a new plan.
Yeah, he dresses black.
And he's like, new plan, kill Kip. You can't just murder him.
Oh,
Kill Kip.
speaking of which, it does have Tracy
Morgan?
Morgan in it.
Really?
Yeah. Cheese, plug me in.
There's a lot of a
Oh, yeah,
lot of good films.
Oh yeah,
out there.
we could probably keep going for days.
But I think we hit all on. I can't really think of any honorable mentions. I'm not a Will Ferrell fan, but I did like his basketball movie, and then the one.
Yeah,
with,
Semi-Pro was funny, man. I watched it just the other day. I thought that one was really good.
It's funny because Woody Harrelson gets so pissed off. At
Woody
them.
Harrelson is funny, dude. To me, it
That's it. I've said this plenty of times.
Yeah.
Make your own comedy movie. All right, and who started? This is mine. Emma
Yeah.
Stone,
Okay.
Woody Harrelson, and what?
Weren't they in Zombieland together?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
And then my third guy is my favorite guy, and I can never remember his name, but he
right.
plays Kenny Powers. Oh, Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. Okay.
And the movie, guess what the movie is about?
Hit me.
Carnies. They work a carnival.
Dude, that is perfect.
Dude, just
That is spot on.
the faces Woody Harrelson can make,
Yeah, his comedic timing. To me,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure it's out there now. I mean, obviously people know.
Oh, and Jason Bateman is like the manager.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Who's
Yeah.
like serious by the book, But these
Yeah.
guys, dude, that's a.
That would, if I could make a comedy movie, it would be about carnies with them.
Let's do a screenplay on it.
Okay. Fine with me. We
Yeah.
just got to get them.
Yeah, why not? We can pitch it.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, why not, dude? That'd
Danny's
be
cool.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
what's worst case scenario? They say no.
Like I know I've had that question before, so I had time to think about it. Can
Yeah.
you think of
Not off the top of my head,
right?
Um,
We'll just sit here in silence and let you think.
oh, sorry, I'm thinking. Honestly, what I would do is I'd probably take I'd take Danny McBride, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and maybe Jason Bateman, and I'd
Yeah.
put them in a Carnies movie, where Jason Bateman.
Dude, that sounds hilarious.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I'd make Jason Bateman like the manager.
No. I'd make Woody Harrelson the manager.
Oh yeah, with his faces and everything he
Yeah.
does.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
But dude, I know off the top of my head, I'd have to think about it because we're digging into some deep stuff. But I actually really like that concept because I'm sure it's well known now. To me, Woody Harrelson has potential to be the.
Woody Harrelson's a great actor.
He is, man. I mean, everything that guy touches, I would watch it.
He reminds me of Kurt Russell.
He does a little bit.
Because they could do everything. Like, you laugh at Captain Ron.
Yeah.
But he's Snake Plissken, and then he's in this movie. I mean, so.
And see, I think he just did a LBJ movie not too long ago, or something about Lyndon B. Johnson or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, but what's his name? Woody Harrelson could play in a bunch of. I mean, he's in some serious roles.
He is. He really is. I mean, I don't. To me, it's he's I can't say underrated because I think he's he's rated where but I think he slips below the radar when people start naming actors like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt, which great actors, not going to take away from them. But
Yeah,
to
Paul
me-
Giamatti.
to me, I
yeah.
think Woody Harrelson needs to be in those
He
conversations.
really does.
And if he may be in Hollywood, I don't know.
Clive Owen.
Yeah, dude, you're a dick.
Cat hates Clive
Dude,
Owen.
he is the worst actor.
He's horrible.
I mean, I rank him up there as far as bad acting with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
And Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's got potential. In the right role, Kevin Costner would be good. I've seen Nicolas Cage, and I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
When you think of the movie Face Off,
No,
I know. What is the first thing that pops in your head?
horrible.
Well, that too. But I always see Nicolas Cage's face when he does the wide-eyed thing that he always does and acts crazy and off the wall. And it's like, I can't take the dude serious.
I see.
Ghost Rider. We did another
was horrible.
we did another podcast about something they should do. I think they should remake Ghost Rider.
Without Nicolas
Without,
Cage.
well, obviously, but put in.
Sorry.
Well, now they're using it for Venom, and I know Tom Hardy is for everything. But you could do a Ghost Rider with just about any.
Holy cow! Stop.
Yeah.
You didn't have Raising Arizona in your top 5?
No, because it's really honestly, Raising Arizona is funny, but there's only segments in there that are funny.
I just thought about that.
Yeah.
That is your movie. You always do that
No,
song.
I can do it pretty good. I'm not going to do it here, but
Why not? Do it.
all right,
Do it. Do it.
all right. I got to get away from the mic a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's only a
You
couple.
better go get me a baby high.
I mean, it's a funny movie. I mean, you've got a
Right.
great cast in it too. The only reason it didn't, dang it, now you got me rethinking.
I totally took us in another direction.
No, and that's okay. We'll come back. I mean, this is fun though.
Yeah, Mom, don't get mad at me.
I mean, maybe it would be in my top 10.
Oh, definitely.
Because there's segments that are funny about it. I mean, but now
I
you
just
got me.
realized because you love that part where he's still in diapers.
Dude,
and
his
he
face.
slows down- yeah, and
His face was just. I mean, it didn't change. He just switched arms and went running the other direction. You know, I mean.
I like it's like 20 minutes of that black guy telling him what they ate, and
Yeah.
he's just laying there, and you don't think he's paying attention. He's just
Yeah.
zoned out, and he goes, "And when we didn't have corn, we ate sand." And now all of a sudden he leans over. You ate sand? We ate sand. He boils sand. You know, it's like,
Get the left side, Ed.
yeah.
But it's. I mean, it's. I mean, to me, it's funny, man. It's. But yeah, I had a tough time. That was one of the ones that it would definitely be in my top 10, but. It's only little segments that are really funny. I mean,
Oh,
but
okay.
but you know, then again, though, I haven't watched it really since I've been a parent. You know, the fact, and I mean, and there is a big concept, the fact that they got the bounty hunter hunting him down with grenades and shit. You know what I mean?
Randall Tex Cobb.
It's like, yeah.
John Goodman and
John Goodman as
can't-
another.
the other guy, I can't think of his name. He's dead too.
Did he die?
Yeah.
The dude from that's not Stand and Deliver.
God, I forgot his name.
He always plays
He always plays a tough guy.
yeah, and he always talks with a Hispanic accent.
Yeah, I don't think he's Hispanic though.
He is not.
No, but
I'm gonna look it up. But,
All right.
what were we talking about? Oh, Woody Harrelson.
yeah.
My name ain't Arizona. It's I just feel like Woody Harrelson, you know, could. Oh, sorry. Rewind. Keep up with this, people. Some
shiny.
Remaking Ghost Rider.
Right.
You could pretty much almost take any of the actors from the cast of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, even like Tig, you know, from Sons of Anarchy. Actually, that made with the dark hair and everything, he may be able to pull
Yeah.
that off. You know, I mean, I just feel like they need to remake that because they got it all kinds of wrong.
I tell you, when you go back to Face
William
Off.
Forsythe.
Yes, William Forsythe.
Yeah.
I tell you, you go back to Face Off, another thing I think about,
Yes.
they're having the shootout, and one of them just does a flip.
Clearly a John Woo film, correct?
It's a giant. He does a flip and lands on his back, and I don't know why. And there's these, those 40-gallon drum oil cans,
Wait,
whatever.
where are the doves at this point?
The what?
The doves?
I don't know.
They're in there somewhere.
Oh, but this like one of those 40-gallon oil cans, that you just see whatever oil drums.
Yeah.
They're shooting and they're going they're going straight up, like they're not getting shot and like moving or knocking over. Like they're shooting and they just literally, if you watch it, it's so comical. They just go straight up. It's like, oh my God, this day and age. Like this was a movie in the 70s. I get that because the technology, special effects wasn't there, but oh my God. So that's the worst movie
All
in
right.
history.
We need to do a Mystery Science 3000 to face off. We need to watch. I feel like you know what, Jeff? I don't blame John Woo and Nicolas Cage and John Travolta
Yeah,
for
getting paid.
Well, no, I don't blame them for making a bad movie. I blame them, or it's our fault because we've been watching it wrong.
Right.
We've been watching it as a drama or an action film,
We need to watch it.
as a comedy.
There was another movie with Antonio Sabato Jr. and Mark Wahlberg, and they were all like hitmen. It was a John Woo film, and he goes down the stairs like like a pinwheel, and he's shooting guys as he's going down the stairs, like a pinwheel.
See, that's
It's the worst
To me, yeah.
scene.
we've been watching John Woo films wrong all
I
our
know.
life. That's our.
We took it as action, but it was a comedy.
But he never clearly stated.
No.
The cinema was the one that claimed it. They
Right.
marketed it as an action. I think if you market it as a comedy,
Right.
redo or not redo it, but just put it back in theaters, it'd probably do well.
Because I would just sit there and talk throughout the whole thing.
Threat level midnight.
I would just, I would just sit in the front, like you said, Mystery Science Theater.
Yep, that's what we ought to do one time is
All right.
hook it up and do a mystery science to something.
Yeah,
one
we
of
have
these
to.
movies.
Once we figure out how to use technology,
Yeah,
we'll do it, man.
we will.
Yeah.
But I'm curious because it's something that go back to Woody Harrelson because he did a great job in Hunger Games, and I'm trying to think even his role as the Hustler guy, the Hustler. I'm gonna feel stupid here in a second, but the guy that wrote Hustler and did all the Hustler magazines.
Oh, I know you're talking.
He
about.
did. That was kind of his break on role with that. He did it with Courtney Love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, to me, the guy just touches gold. Even Zombieland, and I don't know. It's getting me mad.
Why?
I just feel like maybe he should be getting more recognition than he is.
Yeah,
But he may
should.
not give a shit. He may just be doing what he wants.
Nah, he comes across as just a happy guy,
Yeah.
kind of like Matthew McConaughey's older brother.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Matthew McConaughey's cool. Oh, his older brother's home from college. Let's go over there.
See, I'm trying to think about a movie we could put those two in together.
Matthew McConaughey
And
and
Woody Harrelson.
McConaughey did a comedy, Tropic Thunder, and that was funny. He was funny in that.
Yeah.
And then he was that, well, he wasn't funny in it, but he was that cartoon or pixel,
Oh yeah. And,
the singing movie.
Sing.
Yeah.
He's got his moments. Well, even like Dazed and Confused.
Let's see. The quick thing when you have two people together is a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I
You
thought
know.
immediately.
But then you can obviously go to the quick, funny, The Hitman,
Yeah.
which there's a movie with John Cusack as a hit, Gross Point Blank.
I was going to ask you because that's what jumped in
It's-
my head when you said
it's-
Hitman. When you hear Hitman, that movie is the first one that jumps in my head.
But, like-
that, and then The Professional.
Well, I think of John Wick, but
That's fair.
yeah, but I know. But when him and that other hitman see each other in that store,
Yeah.
and they're shaking, they're trying to shake each other's hands, and it's like takes like 5 minutes. They both got their hands on their gun, and they shake like okay. But
John Cusack. Do you think?
yeah,
I haven't seen him in anything in a while.
no,
How would you rate his acting?
good.
Con Air,
That movie was bad.
all around.
He was okay in it.
Okay.
Nobody was great in that movie, but again, Steve Buscemi was awesome in it.
Yeah, see that.
And your guy, Cyrus Devine, he was
Yeah.
good in it.
Like to brag that he killed more men than cancer. Yep.
Yeah, like what's his name? I can't think of
John
him.
Malkovich?
John Malkovich. He
Yep.
was good in that movie.
Yeah, John Malkovich is. He's kind of hit or miss with me sometimes. What I mean?
Yes.
But I like him as an actor. He seems like he's legit. Obviously he's legit as an actor. But you know what I'm saying?
the fucking pot.
Yeah. Give the man his money. He beat me.
Yeah,
Straight up.
it's poker. Calm down. He got lucky.
Yeah, right. Well, man, I'd keep going. If you want to keep going, I'm good though.
I'm good too. Obviously, I've got to make contacts to Hollywood, get my movie, or excuse me, your movie.
Right.
made.
Our movie.
Yeah, our movie. Yeah,
So it's going to be a Something Shiny Productions.
Something Shiny Productions.
Bingo.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be sweet.
And then we just leave everyone behind.
Yep.
Yep, family included.
We'll talk about that off the air.
Nah, they're not here. You can say it.
You
I've
weren't.
cut it. I've cut it off. You can say it now.
Okay. You weren't there, man.
All right, Something Shiny. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.